Hi, I'm Mark at the Caravan place in Wolverhampton. Today we're doing the handover, setup and review of the Sprite Quattro EW. We're going to show you how to set your caravan up on site. We're going to run through all the operations and we're going to show you where everything goes. So firstly, we're going to start with our electric. We've got our battery box here that will take roughly 110 amp leisure battery. You may get slightly bigger, but 110 is a great size for the leisure battery on this one. We've got our 230 hookup, and we've also got, just hidden underneath of there, we've got an external 230 socket, so if you want power into the awning, you can plug straight into that one there. Towards the front, we've got our gas locker. We're set up for propane gas on this one, and we've got a hand wheel to actually turn up, so you've not got to use a spanner to put your propane gas on and off. The gas can just literally turn on the dial on the top. There's no need to do anything with the bulkhead regulator that's fitted. It's just literally turn your gas on and off on the bottle. There is room for 2 gas bottles. Towing wise, we're set up on the 13-pin electrics, so make sure your vehicle has the 13-pin electrics, or you've got a converter from your 13-pin to your 2.7s. We've got the Alco AKS hitch head stabilizer. We have got a video which we'll put into the description of a setup hitch up guide. That might be quite handy if you've never towed before. Moving on to the offside, we've got our vent for our Truma water heater, so all of our gas flue is going to come out of here. So our water pump just drops into the barrel, plugs into the side. We've got our wastewater outlet, so all of our shower wastewater, our sink wastewaters, they're going to come out of the 2 outlets just here. Moving on, we've got our cassette toilet. Flush water for our cassette toilet is in the top one here. That's literally just fill up with water and pink chemical. Our cassette itself, we've got our orange handle, lifts up, this pulls out, and to empty the cassette itself we spin the trap out, remove the cap, and to empty it we've got a little valve at the back that'll just let air in. As we tip that out, air will come in and it will just empty out a little bit easier. Now if this doesn't come out nice and easily, so if you've pressed the orange handle in and it's gone really tight, just make sure that the little trap inside the grey handle is in the correct position. We'll show you that when we go inside. To drain your flush water off during the winter, or if you've got too much water in for travelling, because again we don't want to travel with this flush water full of water, we've got a little drain tube just at the top here. Little bung comes out and that will drain your flush water straight out of the system. Moving on to the near side, we've then got a underbed storage locker, so this goes underneath the bed. We've got our spare tyre just underneath, and all of our carpets are in there too. I'll just pop inside and I'll put the awning light on so you can see that operating, and then we'll move inside and I'll show you all the operations. So we've now moved inside of the Sprite Quattro EW, and just above the door we've got our main control panel. On the bottom right we've got our main power on button. This will illuminate up and it will tell us we've got leisure charging, so the battery's charging, and we've got through at 13.67 volts. We're on the leisure battery, we've got power connected, and it then does tell you the time at the top. At the very top, to see our awning light that we've just done a second ago, it's the very top button, and that puts the awning light on and off. We've then got our water pump on and off, our internal lights, and our dimmed lights that are above the cupboards. We've then got our individual switches on our individual lights around that will all operate individually. We've got a switch over by the kitchen area to put our other lights on, and again our other little spotlights have got individual lights on. And just at the back of the wardrobe we've got the little lights above. In the bathroom we've got another light switch which we'll come to in a moment when we move into the bathroom. Now, before we put our water pump into the on position, we firstly want to make sure all of our taps are closed, and also our drain valve, which is what we'd use mainly for in the winter definitely, and also if we're not going to use the Caravan for an amount of time, we'll also want to drain the water system. Now the yellow tap just located underneath the front seat here. So the yellow tap located here, this is just underneath the front seats. To drain the water system down, we lift it into the up position, and to fill the system and use the system, we put it into the down position as we're here now. We can then go ahead and put our water pump into the on position, and we can get the water through the system. So it's literally water pump on. We'll get a water level, low level warning coming up, and the middle arrow towards the back, we just press that one and that will clear that out, and we can then pull the water through the system. We will get a little bit of air in the system in a second, which will just be a bit of coughing and spluttering. And again, when you first come to use the water system, if it's been drained down, it won't come out as it is now. It will have an awful lot of coughing and spluttering, and it will take a good 5 or 10 minutes just to get all the water through the system. When we first draw the water through the system, we want to be doing the kitchen tap, the bathroom taps and the shower tap. Because it's on a pressure system, we just want to get all the water through, all the air out of the system, and we'll have a nice even pressure all the way through, and we won't have the water pump kicking in and out. Once we've got our water through the system, we can then put our water heater on. Again, we don't want to put our water heater on without any water in the system, or it is just going to cause damage. I'll move on to the gas system. So as we showed you how to put the gas on outside, we'll then draw the gas through on our hob first. This is just literally when we've either set up for the first time or we've put a new gas bottle on. It's the easiest place to start because we can physically see that we've got the gas flame coming through. When we come to light up our fridge on gas, our heating on gas, it will all light up a lot quicker. And again, same with our grill. Just turn, hold the dial in, hit the igniter, and that will light up, and we've got a high and a low. And exactly the same on the oven. And again, you can then set the temperature on the oven to where you want if you're going to use that. That means now, because we've drawn the gas through the system, our heating, when we put our hot water on, if we're going to use it on gas, or our heating on gas, or our fridge on gas, it's all going to light up an awful lot quicker. So to put our heating system on the gas, we wake the system up by pressing the centre button. Our first symbol is our internal temperature. We've then got our water system, and then we've got our power, whether we're going to use gas or whether we're going to use electric, and our final one is the fan. So if we want just the fan just to blow cool air around, we can put that on without any of the heating or hot water, and that will just blow cold air around the Caravan. Or if we've got our heating on, this will also then work with the heating system and put our heat throughout the Caravan. Now if we're going to use gas, we can just go ahead, select our gas, and we'll get a symbol from the gas bottle. So when we put any of our heating on now, it will just run straight on the gas system. To put our heating on, we click on the first dial and then we can set our temperature to where we want. Double click that one again. If we click back, we'll now get our gas bottle symbol to tell us that we're going to run on the gas. The gas symbol or the flame symbol at the top, it's not saying that that's running on gas for the internal heating. That's actually telling us that we've selected our heating for inside of the Caravan. So that will then start to flash and that will kick through and run on the system for that heating. If we want to use our hot water, again we just go into, we've either got an eco, which is a low setting, hot, or we've got boost that will run gas and electric. For normal use we'd run this on hot. If we go into a site and we've got a low power supply, we'd possibly run that on the eco. Now when we go on the boost, that's going to run on gas and electric, and at the moment we'd normally have a little plug symbol on the side here just to say that we've got our electric plugged in and turned on to the Truma heating system, which at the moment we've not got that. So if you want to use your heating or hot water on electric, we need to make sure that the little plug symbol comes on, and the way to do that is underneath of your front corner seat we've got our panel for our fuses, our trip switches, our charger system, and we've also got heating and hot water. So if we want to use our heating or hot water on electric, we need to make sure that this is first plugged in or turned on. So we push this in and we get the little indicator light up. While I'm here, I'll just run through. We've got our main trip switches, so if the Caravan electrics trip out, this is where it's possibly going to be tripped out, or maybe on the site electrics itself. And then we've also got our bank of fuses, so all of our individual fuses are just there. Now what you'll notice when we go back to our heating system is that we'll now have the little plug symbol just on this right hand side. Now that's telling us that we've got our electric turned on and we can actually use our heating system on electric. If that plug isn't on, first we want to make sure that we've got power 230 volt plugged into the Caravan, but then we've also got that button that we just showed you underneath the seat. So now when I go back into the system and I go back to our power, click on that one, we've got mix 1, which will again run on gas and electric, mix 2 gas and electric on a higher setting, and then we've got electric 1 or electric 2. Now when we select our electric now, we'll get a power symbol come on. We've got our power plugged in, so that will then turn on to electric and run on electric. If we want it on electric higher setting, we can toggle through to our symbol there, put it on electric 2, click, and we'll get 2 power symbols on, and that will then run our heating and hot water on electric. I've not actually put the hot water on yet, so to turn that on again, we just go to the symbol and we'll put that on hot. And then if we wanted our heating with the blown air on, we've either got eco, high, so again we can put that onto the high. We'll press our back button and now this will tell us all by flashing what we've actually got running. So we've got our heating running, our hot water running, our electric high setting, and we've also got our fan, and that is then telling us what the temperature that we've got our heating set to. Moving on to our fridge, again we've got electric, gas, and the battery symbol is to run from the car. So now to actually turn the fridge on, we press our main power button. We're selected on gas at the moment, so that will light up on the gas. Again, that will light up fairly quickly if we've got all the gas through the system as we've done previously. We can then run it on electric by pressing our electric, and then if we wanted to run it on the car, we're not connected to the car, so we'll get the warning lights coming up now. But if you were connected to the car and running, this would just stay on the battery symbol as long as you've got the 13 pin electrics connected on your vehicle. So we'll go back onto electric. Now to actually adjust the temperature of the fridge, we've got our little temperature dial here. So we've got low, and then we can set that to where we want, and that will then cool down on electric, gas, or just keep cool if you're traveling on the car. So we've also got our microwave. Now to run our microwave itself, we've got a timer button, we've got the stop start, and we've got the quick start button. We've also then got auto settings, so you can go into different settings for defrost and set the time on there, set a defrost by time, and again you've got different adjusters there. One thing to make sure is that with the microwave, always take this microwave plate out when you're going to travel, so always remember to take that out. We normally pop it underneath the seat just there. That means that the door's not going to come open, it's not going to come out and put a big dent in our worktop, so again just make sure that microwave plate comes out before you travel. Moving on to the bathroom area, we've got our rear lights again over the bed. Our lighting for the bathroom itself, we've got a little switch just next to the unit here, and that will put all of our lights on in the bathroom. And then for the cassette toilet, we've got our main flush button, so that will put our flush water through. To open the little trapdoor in there, we've got our little grey handle that pushes to the back to open the trapdoor. Again, make sure that that's pulled right to the front, otherwise that cassette isn't going to come out when we try and move it, and if you try and force that cassette out, then you're probably going to break it. Hopefully we've run through all of the operations that you're going to need on the Sprite Quattro EW. If there is anything that you're not sure about, or that you need any more information, please let us know, give us a call, or let us know in the comments. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy your new Caravan. Thanks, Mark at the Caravan Place.